Hello my dear, welcome to my channel Golden Nest. Myself Iman Kullen. In my previous videos, I already discussed the particular area, part of speech, the sectional pronoun. In the previous two videos, I already discussed the concept of pronoun and the pronoun, personal pronoun, possessive pronoun, and the second video I already discussed the particular two types, and there is distributive pronoun and demonstrative pronoun. And in this video again I will discuss another two types of pronoun, because I told you that there are totally 8 kinds of pronouns are there. So in this video I will discuss another two types of pronoun, number 5 and 6, reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun. I think you know these two types of pronoun because in the grammar book you will see the example. And the concept is that whatever you know is that the self-added pronoun, right? The self-added pronoun is called reflexive pronoun. And the thing is that again the self-added pronoun is also called the emphatic pronoun because the structure of these two types of pronouns are the same. The structure of these two types of pronouns are the same. Self-added pronoun. Like himself, herself, ourselves. And the concept is that if the subject is a singular number, we can say self, S-E-L-F, self. If the subject is singular number, we can use self. If the subject is plural, more than two, more than one, more than one, we can use selves, S-E-L-V-E-S. Yes, I am saying that if the subject is singular, we can use self. Clear? But if the subject is plural, more than one, we can use selves. Here in this video I will discuss, or I want to clear the confusion from your mind. See carefully. So the word reflexive pronoun, this word reflexive comes from the word reflect. Yes my dear, comes from the word reflect. You know, or you have the concept about reflect means reflection, right? Actually the word reflection, I can say that reflection means what? It's a term of physics, right? Reflection means to reflect something, So here in the case of reflexive pronoun, here this pronoun is more or less has some sense of, by indication of reflection or to reflect. The question is that reflect what? To reflect the subject in a sentence, to reflect the particular subject in a sentence. So I can define, or I can give the definition of reflexive pronoun is that reflexive pronoun is a such kind of pronoun which always reflects the subject in a sentence. Or I can say in another way that when in a particular sentence, or when in any sentence a particular subject is reflected by the particular pronoun, this pronoun is called reflexive pronoun. The only function of reflexive pronoun is that this kind of pronoun always tells about the subject in a sentence. Yes my dear, always tells about, or always the particular subject in a sentence is reflected by this pronoun, and that is why its name is reflexive pronoun. I already told the structure, that is pronoun or word plus self is reflexive. Example is himself, herself, themselves, ourselves. These are the example of reflexive pronoun. I told you that the main function of reflexive pronoun is that just to tell about the subject or just to reflect the particular subject in a sentence. Okay, let me give the example in a sentence. Okay, Ram does the task. Okay, task himself. Okay, so here the you know that this is the reflexive pronoun, but here himself is who? Ram, right? So in a sentence, in this sentence, Ram is the subject, right? So this himself, this particular pronoun, okay, this particular pronoun reflects the subject Ram. Or again I can say that the particular subject is reflected. Okay, the particular subject is reflected by the pronoun himself, right? So this is the example of reflexive pronoun. Okay, here one point or one thing you should remember, and the thing or the point is that reflexive pronoun is always placed in the distance from the subject. Yes my dear, reflexive pronoun is always put in a sentence. Little bit of distance is always be there. From what? Distance from the main subject. Reflexive pronoun placed in a distance from the main subject. Okay, whatever the main subject or whatever the subject in a sentence, reflexive pronoun should be placed, or reflexive pronoun is always placed from the little bit of distance from the subject in a sentence. Here the subject is Ram, then does not task, then in the last himself. So Ram does the task himself. So this is the example of reflexive pronoun. Okay, I am telling you this point again and again, that reflexive pronoun is always tells about the subject. Reflexive pronoun is always reflects the subject, or the particular subject in a sentence is reflected by the reflexive pronoun, and this reflexive pronoun is always placed little bit of distance in a sentence from the subject. From the subject, reflexive pronoun is always placed in a distance. There is a particular reason why I am telling these points time and again. The reason is that I don't want that you people, after seeing this video, never in your entire life you can never mixed up, or you can never be confused about these two types of preposition, reflexive and emphatic, because these two types of preposition are very dangerous preposition. Maximum students in the competitive exams are just mingled them up. Okay, they are getting confused to determine the particular pronoun, which one is reflexive, which one is emphatic. So this is the concept and definition of reflexive pronoun. Okay, then I will go through the emphatic pronoun. Clear? So this is emphatic pronoun, right? Emphatic. You know the word emphatic. Emphatic, the word, particular word emphatic comes from the word emphasis. Emphasis. Or I can say that comes from the word emphasize, right? Emphasize. Emphasis means to give emphasis, right? To give, I can say that to give emphasis. Okay, or I can say that to emphasize. To emphasize. Emphasize means what? Emphasize means, emphasize, the word emphasize or emphasis means to give or to tell or to describe or to mention something in a bold way, boldly. Okay, for the sake of emphasis means what? To give something stress, Okay, the question is that which one should be stressed or which one should be emphasized. Okay, here the particular pronoun, I mean emphatic pronoun, is always emphasized. Emphatic pronoun is always emphasized the particular subject in a sentence. In the case of reflective pronoun, what I said that in the case of reflexive pronoun, the subject is reflected by the pronoun. That is why its name is reflexive pronoun. But here in this case, in the case of emphatic pronoun, I say that here the particular subject is emphasized, here the particular subject is stressed, here the particular subject is to be given emphasis by the pronoun, emphatic pronoun. That's why its name is emphatic pronoun. Emphatic, the word emphatic comes or derived from the word of emphasis, to give emphasis or to emphasize, to give emphasis the particular subject in a sentence, or to emphasize the particular subject in a sentence through this pronoun. That is why its name is emphatic pronoun. Am I clear? So this is the main reason, main function. Okay, actually the name of this pronoun reflects even emphatic. The identity, the actual identity is clearly expressed, or the actual their actual identity is clearly hidden in their name, right? So let me give the example. If I say one thing is that, just try to keep in mind, always keep in mind, okay, the thing is that emphatic pronoun is always placed just after the subject in a sentence. Okay, I am telling what? Emphatic pronoun is always put, or emphatic pronoun is always placed just after the subject in a sentence. So emphatic pronoun is closely connected with the subject. Okay, I am telling you 3 points, and the point is that number one point is that emphatic pronoun always emphasizes the subject in a sentence. Number 1 point, clear. Number two is that emphatic pronoun is always placed or put, okay, always placed or always put just after the subject, just after the subject. And number three point is that what? Emphatic pronoun always closely connected. Okay, emphatic pronoun always closely connected with the subject in a sentence. Okay, so this is the main function, and this is the main usage of emphatic pronoun. Clear? Number one is that emphatic pronoun always emphasizes the subject in a sentence. Second point, point number two is that emphatic pronoun always placed or put just after the subject in a sentence. And number three, third point is that emphatic pronoun is always connected closely with the subject. Clear? And the first point, I mean the main function of this pronoun is that emphatic pronoun always emphasize the subject. Okay, so the example, let me give this sentence. Okay, if I say that he himself solves the math. Clear? He himself solves the math. Here just mark the sentence. Here the subject is he. He is a pronoun, right? Subject. Okay. So the particular word, self-added word, himself, where it is placed? Just after the subject. Am I clear? Then the objective part, solves the math, it's a objective part. So here the point of emphasis or the sake of emphasis is that here the particular subject is he is emphasized or given stressed by the particular pronoun himself. He himself solves the math means the sentence, the actual meaning of the sentence that he solves the math without taking anyone's help. Without taking anyone's help. It may be technical help, technological help, help from the internet, or help from any person. Without taking any source of help, he solves the math. This is the meaning of the sentence. He himself solves the math. But if I say or if I write that this example, if I say he solves the math himself, here himself is reflexive pronoun, you know that, because here he is subject and a long distance in the last part of sentence himself. So but here the meaning is different, my dear. In the case of reflexive pronoun, he solves the math himself means okay, somehow he solves the math. Somehow he solves the math. He may take anyone's help or maybe not. It's a question, but somehow he solves the math. Clear? The question, the point of somehow is hidden here. In the sense of somehow, in the sense of manage is just here. Okay, hidden. It's a hidden sense. In the second sentence, he solves the math himself. Here the point or here the hidden sense is that someone or he managed to solve the math. Okay, fine. But the first sentence, he himself solves the math. Here the point is that, here the meaning is that without taking anyone's help he solves the math. That's why here the subject he is emphasized, or here the pronoun himself, okay, just emphasize the subject he, and then here the action is stressed. In the case of emphatic pronoun, if you see that in any sentence, subject and then after the subject self-added pronoun is there. Okay, that is he himself, I myself, they themselves, okay, you yourself. So all these are the example of emphatic pronoun here, because here not only the subject is emphasized, but here in that sentence the particular action is also taken boldly. That is why he himself solved the math. Clear? This is another point. But in the case of this reflexive, subject pronoun always be placed in the distance. I am telling, actually I told you, okay, little bit before, and this is emphatic. So this is the main definition and this is the main concept and difference of these two types of pronoun, reflexive and emphatic. Okay, thank you my dear.